Alright, y'all. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the Beyside Jewel. Hope everybody's doing okay. Holding it down. Hold it down. We're counting down. When is it? Saturday. Next few days, I'm going to cut off this SNAP program. And I'm on here today, expressing my concerns. I hope our people don't snap. I see a lot of folks online talking about what they're going to do. And I really hope they don't do it, go out looting and all that kind of shit, because that's going to do more damage to the situation as far as I'm concerned. Today is Thursday. What you might want to do is go check your local food shelves. See if you can get some food from the food shelters. If you get SNAP programs and you won't be getting them on the first, don't wait until the first or after the first to go to the shelters. Go there now. Today is Thursday. So that would be Saturday is when you won't be getting any benefits. So I suggest you go there to the food shelves now. Another good idea that I have is you just don't know how long this is going to last, right? You don't know how long it's going to last. So if you got a little bit of money saved right now, I suggest you do like we do here in Gambia. We go buy a big ass bag of rice, 25 kilograms or 50 kilograms, big ass bag of rice, and it'll last you for, depending on how big your family is, it'll last you for a while. It's not the healthiest, but it's something you can do, because I prefer you do that than to be going out looting, getting yourself in trouble. Not only that, you're going to make it bad for everybody else, because the reason why I say that is because you got folks complaining about the National Guard now. You go out looting all over the place. You think the National Guards won't be out there? I wouldn't be surprised if they even put the military out there. So I suggest you don't do that, And I've been in that situation before where I didn't have food for a while, And I was just fortunate enough to be there in the States. So, it was nothing for me. I can go out and hustle. So that's what I did. I hustled. Whether it was going to the thrift stores, buying shit and selling it to somebody else. Yeah, I did that. I bought barrels of, women's sandals, and, they were only $1, and I sold them for like $3 or $4, and I might have had at least 100 pair, So there are ways for you to hustle some money, even if they still have those temporary day jobs. Some of the jobs that you can go out and hustle, work for a day and get a day's pay. They had that when I was there. I don't know how they're doing now, but I'm just trying to give you some good ideas and try to point you in the right direction other than going out and loot. Because, I really say that if you go out looting, what do you expect that they put the National Guard out there, And depending on how bad it is, even the military, So I suggest you don't do that. Try to find a way to write it out, and, it may seem kind of easy for me to say this because I understand your situation. I really do. But I just don't want it to get worse, Looting will definitely make the situation worse. So, yeah, just coming on here real quick, man. It's been a hot day. I would have been out earlier. Well, I was out earlier attempting to make a video, but it was just too damn hot. and I looked at the temperature reading in my car, and it said it was 100 and what was it, 100 and at that time it was 101 degrees. So that's Fahrenheit. So I don't know what that is over here in Celsius, but it was extremely hot. So yeah, and another thing, you guys, is I realize there's a lot going on over there, right, in the States. But I'm here to tell you, I'm looking. It's all over the place, man. There folks are. You know what I think it is? I think people are waking up because there are protests all over the place, man. Uh, what was that? Madagascar? They did a coup. They got their president out of there, man. They did a coup. They're sick of his shit, right? And folks are protesting all over the place. They were protesting even in Morocco. They were protesting in Morocco. They want better health care and better education. And there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of things are being exposed too. Just like at the Royal Palace. I know you heard Prince Andrew step down because he's been exposed being connected to Epstein. Yeah. So he done stepped down. He giving up his title because he's being exposed to this Epstein. Now, one lady, in regards to him, she had accused him of raping her when she was only 17 years old. Now, so what happened was she ended up taking a settlement out of court, right? And at the age of 41, she allegedly committed suicide just after her book got published, because she published a book telling everything, right? Now, she allegedly committed suicide. Come on now. But this guy has been, he's been exposed. So, just like I said, man, at this new age, this age of Aquarius ain't no joke. All this in the dark will come to the light. So, just get you some popcorn, y'all, because a lot of shit is getting ready to be exposed. Just like I seen on the France 24 here, this Macron, Emmanuel Macron's wife, allegedly is a man, right? So he's married to a man, allegedly. So his wife, sued several content creators. And, there's a big thing going on in court in regards to that, And I think she even came after Candace Owens, for saying that the woman is allegedly a man. Don't ask me what I think, but, I'm seeing what everybody else is seeing. And Candace Owens, she ain't holding shit, But yeah, and a lot of folks they talk about Candace Owens, but I like her. I rock with her. She says some things that I don't agree with, But everybody ain't perfect, And but I rock with her. Yeah, I definitely rock with her because she's bold as hell. Yeah. So, a lot of shit is being exposed, you guys. And what was that? Oh, just like I said, the former, France's former president, he got indicted and he's in jail doing 5 years now. Guess for what? For accepting money from Gaddafi. So they came after him, And like I said, shit is getting exposed, man. Um, yeah, just get you some popcorn because so much shit is gonna come forward. It's gonna blow your mind, y'all. And they are already implementing that digital ID in the UK. And initially thought that all of it was going to be, uh, an injection, but apparently not all of it because I've seen some folks walking around with their digital ID attached to their phones. So it's Bill Gates that took his ass over to Kenya and got Kenya to agree with his implant in the babies. So they're using digital ID for their newborn babies over in Kenya. So in the UK, I think it's optional. You can, because I seen a guy with a chip. I seen a guy with a chip showing demonstrating how it works and everything in the UK. So I think it could be optional, a chip, or having it attached to your phone. But either way, you guys, in my opinion, it ain't no good, man, because that they can lock your ass up by closing down everything. You won't be able to buy you won't be able to buy food if they don't want you to buy food, certain foods, or gas, or they want to cut you off from your automobile, your ride. Knowing too much about you, there ain't shit you can hide from them. Including facial recognition and all that kind of shit. That's just too much for me. They don't need to know. You need to keep some privacy for yourself. I mean, shit, they're going to, with this digital ID, they know what damn time you go sit on the damn toilet every day. Just saying. So this digital ID is going to be another task that we're going to have to deal with, And, they could do it in a way that it could affect your job again, blackmail you, because that's what it is. It's blackmail. Just like they did with the pandemic. That was blackmail. If you didn't take it, you can't work. That's blackmail, So we're up against a lot, you guys. But, when it's all said and done, things are going to be revealed, and most of us will get better understanding on things, So, I mean, because I've expected a lot of this shit years ago because of the extensive research that I've done to verify certain things. And I can tell you right now that I brought it to you guys before that some things are starting to look like Nasera Gusera is kicking in. Nasera Gusera. You guys may want to get up on Nasera Gusera. You may want to get on that. And I'll tell you something else. There's another document that's very important for you to read, so you'll know what's coming down the pipeline, And that's a document, a letter from the Pope to President Obama, 2014. That document would actually blow your mind, So if you really want to get down to it, get a hold of those documents and see what's going on. You can stay ahead of the crowd, man, really. So you know what's going on, really. And that's all I got for you guys. Just wanted to check in real quick. Hope you guys are doing good on this Thursday. And yeah, so then I'll see you on the next one. Assalamu alaikum.